I'm getting messages saying, why aren't you on? No, so we knew that it was so it was kick off at 2:45, so that should be 2:45 plus 15, 18 minutes.
Defense, where's your line?
Is it live on YouTube now or not? Football lovers, we might have you back. We have been trying desperately. We've been flying through the air. We've been trying to find our UFO. We could not locate him. He's somewhere in the Palmerston North District, but he has been found. Fletcher, Stuart Hill, you are a legend. You found the UFO and brought him back, so we are now live, folks. Just to let you know, we are currently 20 minutes into the match, and the scores are 0-0. ALH Gisborne Thistle 0. Watson Integrity, Palmerston North Marist 0. A big welcome to my fellow commentator, Ryan Majstrovic. And here we go. Jimmy Summerton moves it into the box. That's a good chance, but it has been turned away. And Palmerston North will walk it out of their defence. So, Ryan, I have been informed Palmerston North Marist are the largest club in all of Central football, boasting 17 men's and women's teams. We just need a little bit of a check with Ryan to make sure his microphone is working. I think that's what floor manager Tahira was asking. And we're back to the game. Crossed into the box. It's a great ball. And it's turned away again by Palmerston North centre-back. Bear with us, folks. We were just supplied with a team sheet, so we don't know who's starting, who's in what position. So we'll just bear with us, and we'll try and slot these names in as we go along in the game. But it is good to be back with you finally after 20 minutes. Floor manager Sheila has got us underway, and there is a great chance, but it's turned away wide by, I think, young Oscar Smith there on the right, Ryan.
That's correct, Jason, and good afternoon to you as well, mate. I hope you're well. I hope the sun is shining upon your impressive view up top. And I think you should stop playing.
Thank you very much, Ryan. I can see now. Got a bit of sun in my eyes, so that's why I was wearing the hat, Ryan. That's, it was hard work trying to find that UFO. We're about to be gone. We have now located it though, and we are live. Well, we have quite a fan base here today at the ground. This ground being called the Arena Turf. As you can see by the ground, it is not real football grass. It's turf, so the one and only. How many clubs in the Central Federation League, Ryan, do play on these sort of pitches?
You'd call this the one and only. It's they're looking to get a second one in Palmerston North at the moment, actually, but a bit of dispute about where it should go. But yeah, it's a different experience playing on the turf for those that haven't. All bounces a lot. Might sound simple, but until you played on it, you don't really realise.
So Palmerston North Marist have actually got us a full squad of players today. Here we go, a good chance, and it's gone, it hits the crossbar. That was a fantastic shot, but turned away. And on the counter-attack now, the Gazelle, he's away, has Sam Royston in the middle, can't find him, and there's a great chance. And it's turned away by the keeper. That is a fantastic save, Nick Haywood. Great save down to his left, turned away from Oscar Smith, who should have tucked that in the back of the net. 3-on-1, every single player up the field, and only one defender stayed back. And the goalkeeper, Nick Haywood, did a fantastic save there to deny Oscar Smith the opening goal in this match. So if you are just joining us, just to let you know, the score is 0-0, as you can see on the screen. There was no goals in the first 19 minutes that we were trying to locate our UFO. So today we have a couple of changes in the Gisborne Thistle side. David Ewer comes into the starting position today at the holding midfielder. As Ryan's shaking his head here, sorry folks, and pulling a gun at me, never mind. Anyway, Ryan, I'll leave that up to you then.
Yeah, I just don't think that he's going to be holding any midfields at 41, 42, 43, however many years it is of age. I feel like he'll be in the advanced role, trying to put away Royston and Smith outside of Somerton.
So does that make Dave Salmon obsolete then?
I feel like he might be trying to get himself back on the ball, but proof's in the pudding. You can see Salmon standing there at the moment behind the front too, but haven't sighted Dave Ewer, the sniffer, on the pitch yet. Him being on the far side as well though. When you're dealing with the robot, you're only really going to see that near side. You're only going to be able to hone in on that near side of the field.
Got you. Oh, short goal kick. Play out wide here for number 11, which we don't have a number for, a name for. So we'll
Shea Bogby on the right-hand side of the Marist defence.
The mystery man, I'll call him.
You can call him Shea Bogby if you like.
Well, I'll have to write that in, Ryan, because the team list I was provided with did not have an 11 in it. So number 11 will be...
Also, just for the fans of the sniffer, Dave Ewer, you'll notice that evidently either not starting or a sub in the first 20 minutes, because that's Ashley McMillan in the number 3 holding midfield. Is Cowan building for Marist as head commentator Jason Trowell takes holiday?
Well, he's not taking a holiday. He's just extremely unhappy with the information provided. So if we're going to make good comments, good commentary for you at home, you do need help. Speaking of good commentary, we are joined today on her debut, young student of Rangai Media, Sheila. She is joining us today as a commentator. A big welcome to you, Sheila.
Yeah. It's pretty cool being here and pretty cool commentating for my first time. Hooray!
Are you looking forward to the exciting match today?
Yep, it's looking pretty interesting so far, even though we missed a bit of it. Ooh, that was a catch from goalie.
Well, Sheila, we need to give you a few lessons how the game's run. A great catch by the goalkeeper. We're playing cricket now. Well, held by the keeper, but catch refers to the cricket game, but that's good.
I'm with you, Sheila. He is the goalkeeper and he did catch it, so play on.
Oh, a sliding ball through there, and he's brought down for Macaulay. That will be a foul, which Mitchell Stewart-Hill will take, captain today. So, folks, if you have joined us now for the commentary, unsure of how many patrons we have joining us for the comments, fire away. Ryan is taking all comments in, and you will be greeted and said hello. This young number 11 here looks a bit knackered. Ryan, maybe he was the 11th player they found walking around the ground today. He's just asked if he'd like to have a kick around today.
Yeah, Marist been struggling over the first few weeks to get some consistency in their squad. Already 3 games in, they've used no less than 20 players. Maybe even getting up to 22, 23 today. was Charlton working into the box though for Marist, cleared by the Thistle defence.
In relation to Bobby and Jackie?
Yeah, he's their dad.
Their dad? Whoa, considering they're both in their 80s, I'm pretty sure. Couldn't be their dad, it might be his great-granddad.
No, they'd be too old.
So Ryan, Coach Juliano Schmeling, any background on him? Anything you can tell us about him?
Done a bit of work for the Oceania Football Confederation through the islands, mainly in the futsal space. So you'll see a lot of these players, as they do in the Manawatu region, keen futsalers. Leave it open to each individual on whether futsal's a benefit or a scourge on the game. But a lot of them play it, and hopefully if they're good enough they get a few trips out of it. I wonder if it's self-funded at the national level.
Well, Ryan, just to let you know on that, not about me this time, but my niece, Steph Trowell, who plays for Central United up in Auckland, does represent New Zealand at futsal. Just currently played in the last futsal tournament, which was live streamed, and she has just been selected in the New Zealand Maori team, going over to Australia, the Gold Coast, in July. So there you go, another useless bit of information I'll provide for you.
Te amo te wehi to all the other Māori folk out there.
How many viewers have we got? $18. Okay, so the fans are pouring in now, so they've paid their game fees through the turnstiles, and as you can see down at the ground, we do actually have quite a fan base at the arena turf here, as opposed to last week's game, where there was 3 men and a little baby sitting on the far grandstand. Ryan said they were all related. So we're bringing the actual early kickoff today too. That might also bring in a bit of confusion as to where the game is in play. It was a 2:45 kickoff today. So, as I said, Ryan earlier, Palmerston North Marist, the largest club in Central Football Region. They have 17 teams, men and women's teams concluded. Players not liking falling over here. It looks like they're hurting themselves, rubbing the legs when they get up. Sheila, have you ever played on an artificial pitch?
On a what?
Artificial pitch.
Artificial? I don't think so. I've played on some grass before.
Okay, so this field here is made up of little. Is it called tiger turf, Ryan? Is that correct pronunciation, or?
It's like calling a shoe a Nike.
So it's not actually grass. This is actually. I'm trying to find the word. I'm hoping school teacher Ryan over there will come in with that magic word for me. Artificial grass, I could say, but it's fake grass. There you go. The great comments there from Jimmy Summerton. He's gone round the keeper. Oh, and he's miskicked the ball. Still could find his legs here. Oscar Smith trying to go round the defence. Summerton's still waiting in the middle. Oh, it's gone wide for a corner. Jimmy Summerton there had a big chance.
Yeah, fantastic scrambling there from the Marist defence. This will be ruining that missed opportunity. Really should have gone up, but full credit to Marist for getting back and thwarting the danger. Great desperation and defence there from the home side.
So set pieces, who's on today, Ryan? It looks like David Salmon.
Yeah, David Salmon was taking the corners last week. You wouldn't think too much different on this occasion.
We have a new play there in 18 as well for Gisborne Thistle. Not sure who that is, Ryan. Could you enlighten me?
If you're looking for the number 8, that'd be Nick Land, the 400 gamer.
It was an 18 there, Ryan. 1-8. Standing next to.
Could only tell you when the man appears. Assuming it's a man, is it a man?
Well, I'd 100% guarantee it would be, because ladies are not allowed to play in senior men's football, so they're playing senior women's football. Big difference. But
so the men are allowed to play in senior women's, but the women aren't allowed to
no,
play
vice versa. They can't, no. I did read a little report in the newspaper provided by our John Gillies that we have a few players soon to be returning from injury for the Thistle. Can you enlighten us on those, please, Ryan?
I'll assume they'll be looking for Cullen Sporforth to come back into the fold. Well, as Kuba Yedebek hasn't featured yet this season.
There's 2 other names as well.
I'd like to think we'd enjoy their presence when they arrive and stick to the guys that are on the field currently.
The guy's doing the job. Bit of a nutmeg there from Ballerita. Need to make another tackle now. Well, that's well done. Two Palmerston North players wondering who was going to take that. And from Macaulay, calmly play across the ground now to Sam Patterson. Looking ever so much like Trent Alexander-Arnold again. That beautiful run that he has up.
Identical complexion, identical hairstyle, same colour uniform, same type of boots, everything. He is a Trent Alexander-Arnold clone.
He has any place for a great club too. What are you talking about, Ryan? Here we go, centre of the park now. Elijah Smith. Taken off. Sam Royston plays a switch out wide. That's a great ball. Oscar Smith, he could run onto this.
Got a comment in from the cool YouTubers out there on some information about the artificial surfaces. It's made out of nylon threads on a rubber surface, and it's good on the joints, apparently. That's all I got.
Thank you very much for those great comments. I remember my first match. Oh, I'm not allowed to talk about myself. Sorry, we'll change the subject. But the Bill McKinley Park in Auckland, the first Tiger Turf pitch, and they got these little tiny linseed balls that used to take your whole knees off every single time you slid across the ground. And very, very tough on the knees back in those days, Ryan. Late 90s when they were first introduced. And my magnificent club, Ellerslie, then brought in the brand new turf. Here comes the corner. Somerton rises up, but that's well taken once again by Nick Haywood. A great catch. It's now going to be Sheila's new nickname. A great catch. There you go. And Adam Cowan here's the captain, who's on the ball. Plays a little dink forward. It's well cut out by Kai McLean. And Sam Royston didn't want to run onto that. So hopefully we now will start the fan base coming through. People wouldn't have smashed their televisions at once again another no screening of a game. And here we go with Cam Wallace out wide here. He's played the ball. He's running again. Big one too, but it's well cut out. There's a big long shot here, and the UFO who let us down twice last week, didn't he, Ryan? That we didn't get the 2 goals because the chip inside the ball pretty much hard to follow, and the UFO didn't pick up 2 of our goals 2 weeks ago, sorry, in the 13-goal bonanza that you were brought a couple of weeks back.
I'd just like to point out that I think the UFO is more of a praying mantis, because that's what it looks like, not a UFO. Come on, Jason, get it right.
Well, I call them a UFO because they're the sort of things that, you see at the Warriors and the Auckland games where that thing flies across the ground, and I call it a UFO because that's what it looks like. It's been operated like a drone of such, So a UFO drone.
Well, this one doesn't do that. This one just stays in one place. Sadly, it doesn't dance like a praying mantis, but it's still a praying mantis.
That's why Sheila's paid the big bucks to know these things. So thanks, Sheila, for those great comments, letting me know, enlightening me into the powers of the praying mantis. That's a great shot on the volley. Praying mantis are the unluckiest animal in the world, aren't they?
Gary Alcrum there, appearing at the far post. He's the leading goal scorer for Marist this season, after they've lost no less than 23 of their goal scorers from last season, with Melvin Arumere heading over to Whanganui Athletic Club in the Central League, and Nick Carrick faking injury so he can play golf.
Ryan, just saying, no, I'm not going to say that word again. I've got to try and use a new word, but Palmerston North Marist, they used to have a Federation League team, didn't they, last year? Where they actually did quite well, or has this always been their top team? Just let me know. Give me some advice here, because I thought this was Palmerston North Marist's reserve side, but they amalgamated with a few clubs. What happened to Massey University, which is also in the Palmerston North area, isn't it?
Yeah, so Massey University this year, alongside Palmerston North End, have amalgamated to create Palmerston North United. who Marist dealt to last weekend, I believe, a 2-1 victory for their opening home win of the season, you would say. Just need to check on the results with their match with Tairāwhiti, but they did get pumped by the Napier City Dolphins. Hat-trick to Harry Mason in that fixture.
The Tairāwhiti game was a 1-1 draw. I looked that one up. But, yeah, shame we couldn't just get one more team, eh? So there's 6 in the league. Having a bye. The Thirsty Whale Dolphins, Thirsty Whale Napier City Rovers Dolphins having a bye today. So they'll be a bit upset, and now these teams will probably have to play each other 6 times home and away to make an 18-game season. And Batarita comes out of defence here. So they actually use this ground here for hockey as well, Ryan. What's all the pluses and minuses all over the ground? Is there a mathematician? Maybe Pascal himself has come in and put in these pluses and minuses all over the field, and Einstein maybe? As Palmerston North Marist, he comes. That's a great save. Fletcher Stuart Hill is standing on the bench watching his brother Mitchell.
Yeah, Elijah Smith just bursting into the area there, but Stuart Hill off his line sharply and getting the feet down, spreading the legs and making the save to maintain parity on the scoreboard as we get into the final few minutes of this first half.
My apologies, Fletcher and Mitchell. I call you by. I'm a bit dyslexic, so getting both the names mixed up. Having 2 boys via the same surname is a bit confusing for old people like me, Ryan.
You mean like siblings?
Yes, that's what I said, Ryan. Siblings. So having siblings of the same surname in the same lineup, you know.
And Blythe's Great Mystery siblings, of course.
Yes.
So the extra lines on the turf there, as the shot comes in from Sam Hickmott, who incidentally was the man who bundled Palmerston North Marist out of the Chatham Cup last year due to an incorrect registration. The lines on the turf are, of course, rugby markings. It's the 22 they've just gone inside and into the box now for Palmerston North Marist.
That's gone wide. So they play rugby on this stuff too. Wow. So obviously this doesn't hurt then. Any of you viewers out there, physios or doctors or anything like that, who would be able to enlighten us on how it feels to fall on the ground here? Maybe not this ground, but with Tiger Turf or whatever it's called, the artificial arena. And here we go, Somerton dances away, and that's taking a bit of a deflection, and it goes out for a Gisborne Thistle throw-in. I'm going to bring in the comments page because Ryan is now well away from me, so please, folks, bring in your comments. Technical Director Sheila is here to fire all your comments today. So let her know. Give her something to talk about so you don't have to hear me. Oh, here we go. Gisborne Thistle. Come away with the ball. That's a great comeback tackle there. McLand in the 8 shirt. Maybe it was my tunnel vision, Ryan, that made it look like an 18. I'm sure I saw an 18 up there, but never mind. There's a 17 there, definitely. There's Finn McCauley playing it out wide to Sam Patterson for his second touch of the match in 42 minutes. Kai McLean. Gisborne Thistle calmly playing it out of defence, and McLean, that's a great ball through. Jimmy Somerton, can he catch up with that? No, he lets it go. The leg's just not there for Somerton today. It's taken a bit of a deflection, so he's let it go wide. I didn't see a touch. Oh, there's the UFO. There he is. The praying mantis. How can we see the praying mantis and he's showing us pictures? Sheila, please explain this one to me.
I can't explain this one. Maybe there is a UFO, like, right next to the praying mantis. I don't know, man. It's funky. Oh, we just had the ball bounce off the top of the goal. What do you say to that, Jet?
Do you know what the top of the goal's called, Sheila?
No.
It's called a crossbar.
crossbar.
Yeah, and the sides of the posts.
It didn't bounce off the crossbar though, it bounced off the netting.
Off the net on the top of the goal then, okay. So it bounced off the net on the back of the goal. Okay, folks, as I just said before, please keep the comments coming through. Come on, Jace, get it right. Thanks, PK. Wow. You're still waiting. We've been here now 3 years, PK, and I'm still waiting for you to come and do this guest commentary spot that you said you were going to do. So why don't you come and join us? Oh, here we go. He's telling me about the artificial. They've all updated now, PK, so this stuff, I don't know what, you know, maybe football's got a bit softer as the years go on. Hard as nails back in the 90s. You know, we used to swallow razor blades in the warm-up because we were hard as. Kieran Hyam, just to answer your question. Yes, Kai McLean is playing. I'll run you quickly after this corner through the starting lineups at half-time. And Dave Salmon comes over to take the corner. It's dotted down, and I think Palmerston North Marist have 10 players behind the ball. Only up top there, Mason Charlton, grandson of Bobby. Up top, that's a throw in. So the starters for Gisborne Thistle, ALH Gisborne Thistle, Mitchell Stewart Hill in goal, Finn McCauley and Kai McLean centre backs, Ander Badarita and Sam Patterson fullbacks, Nick Land and David Ewer holding midfielders, Dave Salmon the attacking midfielder, out wide Oscar Smith and Sam Royston, and Jimmy the Gazelle Summerton shall be the striker. And we were unsure of the starting 11 for Watson, Integrity, Palmerston North Marist. Maybe Ryan can enlighten me on the starting 11. You got the starting 11 there, Ryan? Or?
It's possible. What we'll just confirm is that Ash McMillan is in the holding midfield role for Thistle in the number 3 shirt. For those that may have joined us in the last 10 minutes or so since that was spotted.
So who's out?
David Ewer is not on the pitch currently. Ash
David
McMillan,
Ewer.
number 3, holding midfield.
Okay, there we go. So David Ewer's in number 3. There we go, PK. Thank you very much. You did verify exactly what Ryan is saying, or did Ryan read those comments to make it look like he was a genius? That the markings are there for a rugby.
It's been said today.
Okay, I didn't know because I'm not allowed to read the comments usually because Ryan usually has a pen at me or something ready to stab me in the back of the ear or something so that I can't talk or look at the comments because, yes, being your typical old man, can't do two things at once. See, I can't even watch the screen without looking at Ryan. There we go again. I keep getting the finger looking at the screen, please. Pointing at the screen, not the finger. And what's that beautiful green building there? It's very flash. Palmerston North Green, obviously a big sponsor there behind the goal. Any news on that one, Ryan?
Looks like that'll be the back of the grandstand for Arena Manawatu here in Palmerston North. Got the indoor centre as well, the Manawatu Jets play in, and of course the turbos and the speedway, the stock cars.
Wow.
All at the same venue down here in Palmerston North.
Bit of everything
going
then.
on in the top of the screen as well.
Bit of everything then. Right across the park, defenders playing around with it. We should be approaching half time. Hopefully, fingers crossed that our timeage is right and we are into referee's time now. Here's Cam Wallace again making that little darting run. The Palmerston North Marist players, his captain, Adam McCowan. And Gisborne Thistle calmly played the ball out. Jimmy Summerton should run onto that. He'll get that if he gallops a bit faster. No, the Gazelle looks a bit slow, a bit ginger today, Ryan. But running gingerly. Last week he was sprinting and he would have caught up with that easily. Any news?
He'd probably prefer to call it a strawberry blonde, but if you want to go slagging people, that's fine.
I was not referring to his hairstyle whatsoever, Ryan, but I was meaning, you know, gingerly as in walking lamely.
Lee Smith, Central Football Regional Development Officer for Gisborne. Lovely man. Shout out to Lee, no doubt watching at home. Still not sure if he's a ginger though. I'll call him more just a straight one.
We've got another another fellow or a potential commentator there, Ryan? Young Mark Stewart wants to come and join the team.
Mark being the father of those siblings that somehow have managed to enter into this world with the same name.
And here we go, Palmerston North Maris playing around with it in the box here. Crossed in now, deep to the back. Not cut out. I'm pretty sure that's a nice little shot, but no, it's gone over the top. And we have a goal kick. Referee checking the watch now. We should be approaching half-time. We apologise for the lack of footage from the start. We missed about the first 20 minutes live. And referee has another look at the watch. We're assuming it's close to 4 minutes of overtime. 33. And Mitchell Stewart Hill has found the ball. And he'll put it on spot. Play it short. Finn McCauley. Any idea who the referee is today, Ryan?
Suspiciously like Andrew Turner in the middle there. He's a bit of a Mike Dew clone, but that's Andrew Turner holding the whistle today.
I was a bit scared to speculate on it, Ryan, because I didn't know, so I won't speculate on the referee's name.
Or hopefully anything else from now on forever would be fantastic.
That's okay, Ryan. I'm sure the people at home would love to watch this game in silence without listening to us. Keep the comments coming in. We love the banter. Tell me what a fabulous job I do. And we have played 5 minutes of overtime. Maybe we're not going to have a half time, Ryan. He's just going to play right through. We'll just play the whole 90.
Yeah, look, the higher the level you get with the referee, generally they'll add more time on. That's the push at the moment at a professional level, is to get the ball in play for as close as possible to 45 minutes. So that's why you're seeing ludicrous amounts of time added on lately. We don't know, there could have been a delay in the first 20 minutes or so on, but if you look at the regular clock, we're getting into 50th minute now, so if the game kicked off on time, then that's absolutely true. We're heading into almost our 7th minute of injury time at the end of this first half.
The referee had another little look at his watch there, so obviously we are moments away from the half-time whistle. Maybe they did start a little bit late. They were just waiting for that last player to suit up. Gisborne Thistle have a throw-in. PK, can you tell us whereabouts you're watching from today? At home, the comfort of your lounge with the fire going and a cup of tea? Be interesting to find out whereabouts our viewers are coming from taking the game in today. A few local here in Gisborne are watching the game, as we know. Big welcome to the guys in the club room if you can hear us. The patrons of Gisborne Thistle's Childers Road Reserve. Taking the match in, having a couple of glasses of water. Rita likes to have a little bit of a run. Unfortunate there for Ash McMillan. Sorry, I just speculated again, Ryan. And Finn McCauley plays that calmly back to Mitchell Stewart Hill. Over to Kai McLean. We'll look for that big long ball forward. No, he's found Batarita here on the left. Oh, Batarita did not like that tackle. He's gone over in a Ronaldo.
2 men in their 5th decade on the planet, of course. Batarita moving into his 44th year now. He's not happy, and that's the kind of thing that can happen on the turf. It's really uncomfortable if the challenge comes in at the wrong time. Cowan just stepping away. Hazard a guess that he does know what he may have done there. If you want to flick that one back, give the screen a bit of a tap left to see the replay. It's definitely not his first rodeo, Cowan. And played at a very high level. Time. Cowan just stepping away. Here is the referee blowing up
guess
for
that he
that
does know what he
half-time,
may have
rather than delaying the game further.
Did Batterita take a bit of a tumble? It didn't look like he was hit too hard. Did he take a bit of a, like his knee jolted back or something?
Just a strong challenge from Cowan coming across. I think he sized him up and made sure he got a challenge in.
Oh, I don't think that challenge was too hard. It wouldn't have taken the top off a custard pie.
Fight for Life 2024, Trowell versus Batarita. Looking forward to that. Gisborne Herald will get right behind their employer there, and it'll be Gisborne Herald versus Game Zone. In the blue corner, under Batarita. In the red corner, Jason Trowell. Looking forward to seeing that one playing out.
It's prize zone, Ryan. Not game zone, that's the opposition. No offence to Ander Batarita. I love the guy, you know that, Ryan. I'm asking, was his injury come from tripping on the turf there? Because there was a bit of a divot. It didn't look like he was hit by the player very hard. Maybe we could go back on the rewind and have a look. But yeah, so the time clock we're thinking is going to be a little bit out. So bear with us. We will restart at 4:45 at half time. Max Coombs asking for Corey Thompson on the right. So Corey Thompson, is he one of the boys returning from injury? Has he just been out? What's happening with him, right?
Corey Thompson on the bench today, of course. Unsure if they'll be looking to use him in a left-back role to replace Batarita. Possibly looking at the people available on the bench. Of course, no Andre Bapel today.
Kubar plays in that position. Is he still with us? Or
Uber Yedebek is on the sideline helping Matt the Asset Harvey with the youth team. It looks like Dan Venema will be the man to come on and straight swap for Batarita at left back. An experienced man, Venema, been with Thistle for a good amount of time now, filled in a number of positions across the back. Good with both feet.
So Ryan, PK coming from Queenstown has confirmed with me, he's watched the replay back, that Batarita hit onto the ball. He misjudged, his words are, it was a foot on the ball with a lot of momentum. It can really hurt. If you're on the end of it, it's a fair challenge, but it does hurt. So he's saying that there was no malice from the Palmerston North player. So the injury came from a trip over the ball, as I thought had happened, but I was cussed at by Ryan. Sheila, what did you make of that?
You were on Adam Cowan's payroll, Jace, but that's fine. As you said, you can see the look in his eyes. He walked away from the challenge. Not suggesting that he's gone out to hurt anybody, but he's a wily old campaigner, Cowan, and he can do a backflip. So I'm calling that he knows exactly what he's doing.
All I can say is it looked like it hurt.
It did look like it hurt, and that's what I did say, that Batarita rolling around in agony, so it obviously hurt. Here's Finn McCauley bring up the line. Oscar Smith's come back deep. Sam Patterson swapped positions with him. Here's Patterson now, converted to right back. Dropped back into his spot now. He's going to have to make something do here. 4 on 4.
Good challenge from Kyle McLean there to stop the imminent danger to Thistle, but they keep coming, Marist.
So, folks, if you're wondering about the time, this is not the second half. Please just bear with us. We had a bit of a moment at the start of the match, so the time is not actually correct. So this is not the second half. This is still the first half, and the score is still 0-0. That is confirmed. Looks like the referee is looking at that watch again. We might be playing about 3 minutes of overtime. So Ryan will confirm that for us.
I need to confirm the question first. Come again.
Well, we're looking at the time, 57. I said the referee probably paid about 3 minutes of overtime. There it is now. So finally, folks, the halftime hooter has gone, and the referee, Andrew Turner, has decided that is enough. Maybe a few moments added extra for the Batarita injury there, who was replaced by Dan Venema. But at halftime here from Arena Turf in Palmerston North, it is ALH Gisborne Thistle 0 and Watson's Integrity Palmerston North Marist 0. We'll look forward to your company back in about 10 minutes. Thank you.
No, I appreciate that. I wasn't sure if you saw that as unforgettable, but I was watching more the line rather than the person. So No, thank you.
So that for me was
I knew there was a touch, but I wasn't sure to control or uncontrolled. So I thought I'd leave that up to you. Well, yes, deliberate. So I left that up to you. So I've seen two. There's the first one. His hand was right down by his thigh, and I hit between the thigh and the hand. It's like, you know. Yeah, it was your way. Yeah.
and for me, where I was, it looked like a fly.
Yeah. No, I thought it was natural.
Yeah, I definitely studied your body.
Yeah. It's consensual. It's like, I mean, in football, there are numerous assaults that happen really down in football. It's just you go into a club knowing that there will be unwanted application of force. That's like the definition of assault. Yellow card because, in my opinion, covering the finish out wide, he had a pretty decent chance of it. Player who gets taken out, his teammate comes on, he's barring up. The guy who did the tackles up, whatever. And then someone else comes in and shoves the attacker's mate who comes on. The attacker's mate is me and Hutch's captain ended up dragging him away. And as we're doing it, I used to look at a bar and face it. So I'm used to seeing that look in people's eyes, like when they're gone, there's no one there. Yeah, it's just like, you know, action or whatever. It's descent, it's kill another person. So it's just like, let's get away. I'm going to look out for it once I get checked out. It just happens. Stuff coming over from the rugby event.
Just do like 2 lines of 3 quite close together.
4 minutes
No.
A big welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. We have got the scoreboard correct now. 45 minutes has gone. Referee Turner have come back from their cup of tea after the 17 minutes of overtime we played, but that was just a clock error, so we are good to go. And the score is 0-0, as you can see. That is correct. So half-time. Watson Integrity, Palmerston North, Marist 0, and ALH Gisborne Thistle 0. Ryan, did you enjoy your cup of tea at half-time?
I'm enjoying the progression of Aotearoa labour hire throughout the country, and no less than, I'm going to say 8 off the top of my head locations now. Great job done by the Managing Director, Izzy Whitley. Looking forward to what the boys can produce on the park for the next 45 or 57, depending on how long we go.
Thank you for those great comments there, Ryan. The clock's counting backwards. We need to be counting forwards, but we'll get that rectified very, very shortly. Tony Summerton and Oscar Smith having the 2 best chances of the first half for Thistle. And I think it's Mason Charlton, was the one who had the opportunity for Marist. Here is Jack Erskine coming down the left-hand side. So welcome back to all our viewers. 28 locations we are now bringing in. Thank you, JJ Kill, for those brilliant comments. Just to let you know, anyway, it's not actually a cameraman. Oh, as we go deep into the area here, and he's let it go wide. It's Oscar Smith. We have a praying mantis. It's not actually a cameraman. It's a device that sits on top of a perch and it looks around the ground. There's a microchip inside the ball that the camera follows wherever the ball goes, as you can see. So we don't actually have our professional cameramen who work for Rango Media here. It's all done via a UFO satellite praying mantis. There we go, that's what we'll call it. So thank you, JJ Kill. We do not have anybody who puts anything negative into their bodies operating the cameras. Welcome back, Sheila.
Yeah, I'm still here. I don't know what else to say.
Thanks for those great comments. Sheila's our student from Rango Media who's joining us for the first time today, so go nice in the comments to her. We are live again now, so you can bring in your comments. Let us know where you're at. No one's actually said anything where they are watching the game around the country, taking in this brilliant commentary today. Ryan's been very quiet, not like his usual self, but
He's got a concentration face.
the maestro himself, Ryan Maestrovich, very, very concentrating. There's a deep ball in. Mitchell Stewart-Hill had to come off his line early. He's taking the cap off again, Ryan. He likes to do that. Is it a second half, what's the word? I forget what they call them. A superstition. There you go. He wears the cap for the first half because there's no sun there whatsoever, so you can't say he got the sun in his eyes. Referee Turner gives a free kick to Thistle.
Yeah, I wouldn't know, Jason. To be honest, he wears it so well that you didn't even notice. I didn't notice whether he had it on in the first half or not. The only way to really know is to look back in the footage, which you can do with the nature of the live stream from Rango Media. And step right back, find out whether he was wearing the bucket hat or not. One thing I've never seen Mitchell Stewart-Hill wearing on a football field is a conventional baseball cap.
Well, here we go. It's a through ball. The central defence there's nowhere to be seen. There we go, there's still... Yes, don't forget this is Sheila's debut, so JJ Kill, keep it clean, keep it nice. Make her want to come back next week. She is our productions manager now, so she'll be bringing you these live pictures. She could just turn the cameras off.
Did someone say something mean, Jason?
Not mean. I'm not really sure how you would read into it, Ryan, but I'm sure it's all meant in good spirits. Good spirits? Whiskey after the game? Yeah. It's a good spirit. Here we go.
I think you meant tequila because when you drink whiskey, you're supposed to forget, aren't you?
I'm getting old anyway, Sheila, so I forget everything these days. Forget players' names. Oh, he has done well. There's at 18, Ryan. And Jimmy Summerton, he has buried it. But have they been found offside? Or is he? No, he's given the goal. There we go. Ryan, bring us in.
Superb work from Oscar Smith down the right-hand side there. Cuts inside, gets into the area. All the defenders came to shut him down. His mate Jimmy Summerton waiting in the middle. Simple square ball. Summerton 1-0 to ALH Thistle.
Boys, stay awake here, eh? Don't want to let them back in. Wake up now! Gotta wake up!
Just advising Ryan Mojstrovic that there is a number 18 on the field. We had a bit of a debate at the start of the match. We have an 18 on the field, which we do not know. Ryan will have to bring me up to date with who that player is.
Still Oscar Smith.
Oscar Smith is
Third match in a row.
No, he's worn number 10 for the last 2 weeks, Ryan, so he's now moved to the 18 shirt. I thought these players have a number, like, I'm going to say it once again, but back in my playing day, you were given a shirt number for the season, and that was your number, so you didn't change.
In your playing day, Jace, there was only 1 to 11, and they had to wash them if they wanted to change them at half time.
And we took turns at washing them. You had your washing day. You had to take them home, wash everyone's shirt.
Could be a sizing issue, could be he's packing the beef on, the 18's an XL and the 10's a medium, something like that.
Oh, that's a good call.
Still the same guy underneath the shirt, and that's all that matters. Oscar Smith, fantastic to have him back in the squad this season, playing more games. Now that his land crab season is finished, gets to focus on the football.
So Melissa Holst has joined us here, Ryan. She's viewing us from Wangara. Can you fill in an Australian guy as to where Wangara is? Is that in Australia? Is that in North Queensland somewhere?
I must have not been paying attention, Jason, because last time I checked, you were the Australian amongst us.
Oh, that's what I said. That's what I just said. That, yeah. Sheila, can you enlighten me on that, where that place is?
Yeah, Jason, I think you're saying it wrong. It's It's Whangara. Come on, get it right. We're wrong again.
Oh, thanks, Sheila. Better remove that shoe from your mouth there. Nearly stepped into it. Cherie Smith, what primary school did you play for? Wairoa in Howick. Right through mini midgets. A big welcome to the Smith family, taking it in. I'll be coaching their daughter this year. Looking forward to taking that team and hopefully getting some good sponsorship coming through for the man Lee Smith himself and his Central Football development. Fingers crossed. Big welcome to the Smith family joining us from Gisborne.
Same situation here for the Thistle with the lead on the road. Last time they were here, definitely wasn't the case.
He's declined the penalty chance there. Seen it as a clean challenge from Kai McLean. Here's the ball out wide now for Captain, who was involved in a little skirmish. He couldn't really call it a skirmish, but a bit of an altercation with Ander Batterita. And Batterita was taken from the field just before the end of the first half. And he was replaced by Dan Venema. So let's hope the injury to Batterita is not a majorly serious one, like an ACL or something like that, Ryan.
Yeah, dangerous situation playing on the turf. The hard ground, of course, totally different from the strain on the body or the lesser strain on the body that you experience on conventional dirt.
A big welcome to me old cricket mate Drew Scott. He's just joined us, Big J, as I used to be called. Probably more like a medium J now, isn't it, Ryan? Shedded 70 kilos.
Yeah, quite right. Thistle were looking dangerous there coming into the 18-yard box, but cleared by the Maris defence. You'd wonder if there's a bit of a breeze coming through, if anything. Hard to see any cues from the surroundings, but Palmerston North is the top of the funnel. This will definitely look like they've got the ascendancy in the second half here. Silky skills there, though, from Mason Charles, and he really is the chief of creativity for Palmerston North Marist so far today.
Good advantage played from referee Turner. Let's play that wide for a throw, and nearly, oh, it did hit the UFO. So I have just been informed that Whangarā is just down from Tolaga Bay. So there you go, on the beautiful east coast of New Zealand, just up from Gisborne, about 1 hour from Gisborne. Still part of the Gisborne region, but...
Just be a neighbour of Nickland. It's Mangone Station there, not far away from B5, which of course is the neighbouring station for Whangarā. Set of Whale Rider, popular film.
And Palmerston North Marist have a throw here. Looks like there's a bit of a fight on the outside there, Ryan.
That sport's called rugby, so what you're trying to do is put the ball over the line at the other end of the field, and if you do that, you get 5 points, and you get to have a kick at the post. If you get it over the post but between them, over the crossbar between the posts, you get another 2 points. Or if someone does something naughty, you can choose to have a kick at the post, and you get 3 points. Or if you're running with the ball and you decide to drop the ball on the ground and kick it before it goes anything else, then you get 3 points for that as well. Rugby union, they call it.
There you go, Sheila. You have just been advised as to the scoring opportunities in the game of rugby union. It is played with an oval ball, though, so it's not our cup of tea.
Yeah, to the disappointment of most of the Rangai crew, I don't know much about rugby.
That's a good thing. Although Rangai Media is bringing you lots of rugby, so we can't really say that now. So our beautiful man, Big Ben O'Brien Leaf, bringing you commentary today on one of the games from, I think it's from Barry Park today, YMP, home against...
Shot from distance there from Elijah Smith, looking if he could catch Mitchell Stewart Hill off his line. Stewart Hill's alert to it though. Now with the nutmeg on Patterson, here's Marist dangerous on the attack.
JJ Crew coming on with those comments again. Oh, and we have a goal, Ryan.
Yeah, released on the left-hand side for Palmerston North Marist. You'll see the replay. Cowan with the nutmeg. Underneath Harry Auckland there, popping out on the left. He's been the main goal threat for Palmerston North Marist. Finds Smith on the inside there, slips him back. And it's just that loose run. Looks like Cam Wallace popping up from the right-hand side, who applies the finish for 1-1 here at the Arena Turf.
Great comments there, Ryan. Thank you. Catching me up. Once again, doing what I shouldn't be doing. Reading the phone.
Slide round, slide.
Just trying to get a glimpse of Ryan at me, but there's no glaze, there's nothing coming. As Palmerston North Marist come again, that has gone, and wow, they have scored a second. 2
Mason
goals.
Charlton again there popping up. You see the replay now. Thistle just taking the eyes off the prize for a moment. And again, we've said it, he's popping up in everything for Palmerston North Marist. Charlton, the former North End player. Drag him over to the green and white side. You'll see him get around Macaulay there. Just slot in at the far post.
And Mitchell Stewart Hill, captain and goalkeeper, very, very mad with his defence there. Palmerston North Marist now taking a 2-1 lead over ALH Gisborne Thistle. Thistle leading 1-0 at half-time. Goal scored by Jimmy the Gazelle Summerton, his 3rd goal in as many games.
The early lead there for Thistle in the second half after going in level at half-time. Looked like they had the good end, but it's not looking as good as it did 5 minutes ago. 2 quick goals from Palmerston North Marist, and you're going to need to have a swift response here from Thistle.
Chris Reynolds, the relation to Brad.
Chris Reynolds, the father of Bradley Reynolds.
Father, there we go. We haven't seen Brad make any comments today. Chris, is Brad watching you? Watching it there today?
You'd imagine Brad's out on the golf course.
He'll watch the replay later.
Up in Hamilton these days, is he, Ryan?
As far as I'm aware.
PK, got back from your cup of tea. Palmerston North. Scoring 2 goals in 2 minutes. Ball's gone out of play. Is it Dan Venema staying over at left back, Ryan?
Correct, Venema on the left-hand side. Here's Maris though across the top of the box.
That's gone over the top. So next week, Ryan, is it Gisborne Thistle's turn to have the bye? Do you know? Do we know the draw?
Well, Palmerston North Maris have played 3 games so far. This will be the same situation. I believe that it's Maris with the bye next week.
Maris with the bye. Today is the Thirsty Eagle, Napier City Rovers Dolphins, who have the bye.
That's the correct terminology being used.
Yes, thank you. I had to recap my memory, which isn't too good these days, but remembered your great comment last week, the name of the team. No doubt someone at home is going to tell us the correct terminology, Ron.
No, to be honest, I don't know if anyone in our viewership today cares at all about the Thirsty Eagle Dolphins.
Well, the Thirsty Eagle Dolphins, they have a bye today, so they might be watching this match.
Quite possible. Hopefully they'll be out there training, trying to make that first team, trying to crack that Central League spot and trying to push on Napier City Rovers to the National League at the end of the season so they can follow in the footsteps of our own Jimmy the Gazelle Somerton.
Who's looking on the ball now, who also has another new number today too. Wearing number 14. He's played 7 for the last 3 weeks. Now gone to, or 2 weeks, sorry, and has gone now for the 14 shirt. Why you change your shirt after you scored? It's one of those superstitions you have in football. Once you find the right gear, the right shoes, the right socks, the right number, goals start coming in, you don't change it. You like that as a player, Ron? Superstitious?
Tell you what, nobody wants to hear about the Thirsty Eagle Dolphins and nobody wants to hear about that. Patterson with a strong challenge there, really getting in on Elijah Smith, but you'll see he's checking whether he's okay. He didn't mean to hurt him, but he's checking whether he's okay. And if I'm looking at forensic evidence here, that's how you know somebody's done something by accident. The second they walk away and turn their head and refuse to be involved, that's when you know there's some sort of skullduggery going on there. Here's Cowan with the free kick.
Patterson, has he been replaced? What's going on here?
Could be a little, is it an orange card situation? Or perhaps something medically that needs to be dealt with. Doesn't look like anything was shown by referee Turner there, so he's not been asked to leave the field or anything like that. It just could have been something exposed that shouldn't have been.
I think the colour of that card is actually a green card, Brian. When the player, it's like not a yellow, not a red, but a green card.
In hockey, that's definitely the case. I'm not sure about football.
I'm
I
100%
think they
on
also
that. I'm not
just show
speculating.
the yellow card.
I'm not speculating here either. 100%. It's called a green card because I won't mention the name, but somebody from Gisborne United got one a few years back and had to sit down for 10 minutes. No. Oh, blood bin, PK saying. And there we go. Mark Stewart has just advised me that Gisborne Thistle's already had a bye. So there we go. Hopefully, fingers crossed, maybe in a few weeks we get a 6th team. I can't see how a league can go from 12 teams down to 5. And how about the Federations League, Ryan? How many teams are playing the Feds League?
Summerson going all the way back to his own defensive area there to try and get himself on the ball and try and get something happening for Thistle here. Looks like the substitution's coming up and looks like it'll be Campbell Hall coming into the game.
Campbell Hall started the first game for Thistle a couple of weeks back. Now we move to the bench. Also on the bench as well we have Corey Thompson. as we said earlier, Ryan, Tom Talbot, our reserve goalkeeper.
Yeah, Oscar Smith making way there for Hall. Big call from Thistle head coach Garrett Blair. Perhaps he's carrying a niggle or something of the like. So Campbell Hall will go on to play up front with Somerton on that right-hand side. Haven't seen as much interchanging in the top three as we have in previous weeks. An interesting final sort of 20, 30 minutes or so here at the Arena Turf in Palmerston North.
Also looks like Finn McCauley's been playing at right back here. I can't see Sam Patterson. Did Sam Patterson come off?
Sam Patterson is still on the field. That's just splitting as they go forward. Generally a trend of teams playing four at the back these days. You get the fullbacks to bomb on extra, you get the centre-backs to split, and one, if not both, of the holding midfielders is a little bit deeper. But you've got to be active when you're playing that formation, and perhaps that's something that wasn't quite the case for that second goal. It just looked like Thistle weren't quite paying full attention. Here's Morris dangerous again now.
There's a 3-on-2 situation there as well. Palmerston North Marist having two players in the box, but the wide midfielder could not find them. But they do have the corner kick. PK looked back at the old replay there, Ryan, and saw that Sam Patterson had grazed his knee and there was blood on his knee, so he was asked to wipe the blood off his knee. Thanks, PK, our on-the-ground reporter. Here comes the corner. Well caught by Mitchell Stewart-Hill. And Campbell Hall. So you think we've moved to a 4-4-2, Ryan?
No, I wouldn't think of changing formation, but it's a pretty fluid front six for the Thistle anyway. You saw before Somerton going very deep.
And Palmerston North Marist playing it around through the middle. Zach Jenkins. Will cut away. Jimmy Somerton hasn't really received too many through balls as yet. Should be cut out. There it is. Here we go. Here's Campbell Hall with his second touch. Back. So Gisborne Thistle have it all to play for here. Taking an early lead 1-0, and they now find themselves down by 2-1. I think we're keeping someone awake behind me. Yes, Spokes, keep those comments coming in. Sheila would like something to talk about. She's our comment viewer today, so if you have something to say, bring in there and Sheila will bring up your comments, let you know. So only one person gave us their location, Whangarā and Queenstown, PK, sorry, forgot about you. Let us know whereabouts in the country you're taking this footage in from. We now have 38 viewing locations, so we could have 72 people watching. Any viewers there from Napier City Rovers side who are watching the game, brought to you courtesy of Rango Media. There's a deep cross in, unmarked. You just had to get a touch on it. So what do we call that when the ball goes out of play, Sheila?
Out.
It's out. Okay, cool. We like it. It's called a goal kick.
Yep.
Here we go. We're teaching Sheila on the spot training here of the game of football. We'll get all the positions too.
I should know this.
Sheila used to be a hockey player, didn't you, in your time?
No. Played a bunch of games, but not hockey, and primarily football. But this was yonks ago.
I heard you were Gisborne District's under-7 Rubik's Cube champion.
Yeah, sure. I'm real good at the Rubik's Cube. I can do it in a whole 2 seconds. And I'm pretty sure that's a world record.
Well, there you go. Here we go. The comments are flying in now, Ryan. Our viewing locations. Jacob Haynes is coming from Dunedin. And Mark Stewart from Tamarau. It's just down the road from Wainui, isn't it, Ryan, if I'm not mistaken?
Yeah, Tamarau, also known as Wainui West in some circles.
Wainui West. There you go. Still learning these locations in Gisborne here, Ryan. I'm live streaming this from the Gold Coast, Australia, where I'm located. Ryan is in the Rangai Media Studios. I've just been informed from technical director out the back that Sheila can't be heard very well, so she has to speak into the microphone. The fans wanted to hear about your Rubik's Cube, your progression from under 7s to the under 9 New Zealand champion, I heard. Is that correct, Ryan? You heard the same thing?
I'm hearing that it's good attack for Thistle down the left-hand side here. Sam Royston trying to get onto the ball, covering the fence coming from, you would assume, Jake Erskine, but a little bit hard to pick up on that far side over there. No zoom on the robot. Still grateful for the pictures to be coming through. Salmon on the ball now.
So Mark Stewart has elaborated on his place of presence, Ryan. He now calls it Kainui. So it's a cross between Kaiti and Wainui. Kainui? Would that how it would come about?
Good spell of position here for Thistle. McMillan releasing a shot from the edge of the area. Maris packing those numbers in to protect their goal.
All 10 players behind the ball, plus the goalkeeper, 11. Like a bit of a foul off the ball there. Patterson goes down, but referee is playing on. Maris look like they've got like 6 at the back now.
Yeah, fun and games between Kremen and Hickmott there at the back. A couple of occasions where Kremen's looked to players buddy in and it's gone well behind him. Not sure if that's an inside joke or not.
A late challenge there on keeper Nick Hayward by David Salmon. There's Summerton on the ball. Into that wide position. Going to use his pace here. Going to get around a few players. This has a move like Alexander Ishak the other night for Newcastle United. We went around 6 defenders. Absolutely beautiful play. Did you manage to see that one, Ryan?
Good player, Ishak, even better pronunciation.
Alexander.
At arena turf, ball goes into Hayward's hands. Looks to calm things down.
A big welcome to another Dunedin viewer, Cody Buck. Welcome, Cody.
There's a particular reason that the viewership from Dunedin is possibly up there with the same amount of viewers from Gisborne at the moment.
Yeah, so Cody and Jacob, if you could enlighten us as to how come you guys are taking in the commentary or the game. Do you have a family relative or someone playing in the game? Let us know. Or are you just watching a great game of soccer brought to you by a great set of commentators? Here's the ball out wide. Campbell Hall. For a bit of a run. Still got it. He's lost it now. To the centre of the park. A breakaway here. And he's onto it. Only the goalkeeper to beat. And well saved. That is a fantastic save from Mitchell Stewart-Hill.
Yeah, Wallace looked odds on to score there. Exceptional save from Stewart-Hill. Looked like he was in no man's man for a moment and then just backpedalled enough to be able to spread himself and make the save to his right-hand side. Keep Thistle inside the game here.
What do you think of that, Sheila?
Yeah, I got nothing to say.
Excellent. Thanks for those great words. Nothing at all. You're taking in the rugby game at the back. You prefer rugby to football?
No.
Good girl. I do not think he was touched there at all, and the referee seems to agree. Maybe a bit of play acting there. Could find himself spoken to by the referee. Has gone out for a throw-in for Gisborne Thistle. So, Ryan, any players, Palmerston North Marist, did they inherit any new players this year, or how many did they lose? Your boys.
A couple of lads from Fielding come over, particularly Zach Hughes. Well, he was there last year, I believe, or may have been on the way over. Hughes, of course, same person, as far as I'm aware, as Zach Jenkins. Either that or there's another unregistered player situation going on for Palmerston North Marist, which, as mentioned earlier, they know all too well from being bundled out of the Chatham Cup last year due to Sam Hickmott's registration not being completed in time in accordance with the regulations.
That's a great one too. Didn't come off for Thistle. Sam Royston looking for the little run. Not quite sure where Somerton's moved to. Playing out on the far left now. So looks like Campbell Hall slotted into the central striking position there, Ryan. Somerton's moved over to the left. And Sam Royston swapped over to the right. So Gisborne Thistle players interchanging their positions. Here is Somerton again. He's tackled off the ball. So into the last quarter of the game now. 75 minutes gone. We have got the time correct this time, so only 15 minutes to play plus referee's time. Oh, it's a strong challenge. Palmerston North player goes down. Looking like he's in a bit of pain there as well. Landing funny on the pitch there, right?
Yeah, again, we're not dealing with professional athletes here, and you're putting them on a surface that's concrete underneath it. Going to be things like that do happen. Again, you look like Campbell knows that he's done a bit of damage there. Of course, again, not intentionally. The boot looks like it's come off. David Ewer, the sniffer, looks to come onto the field. Looks like he'll be replacing Sam Royston.
This is a move that's worked well for Coach Blair in the last few weeks. David Ewer coming off the bench and scoring. Let's hope it happens again. He scores another two for us and this will walk away with the victory.
It's not Royston he's replaced though. He's just going off for a drink while the player who lost his boot sits on the sideline. Curious set of interruptions here going on. So you'd imagine that it'll be Ash McMillan will be the player that's withdrawn and replaced by Ewer to get Thistle a further presence going forward. Nick Land will anchor Salmon and Ewer. You can see Salmon standing back there. So interchange up top, interchange in the middle for the Thistle.
And play resumes with a Gisborne Thistle throw taken by Sam Patterson. Back for Finn McCauley. There's the ball out wide. Dan Venema. Good play here from Thistle. They've got to get the ball forward though. Move more into the box. Look for those runs from Somerton. Collect the second phase here as they've done. Still playing it on the wide of the field. We can't get numbers or see much from that side. When we do return back to the Great Childers Road Reserve, we will have live cameramen on the field so we can bring you 4 different angles, goals, replays, everything will come. As Palmerston North Marist have the ball now. Plays the ball forward and it's a nice interception. Can't get the ball back. The Gisborne Thistle players need to make some tackles. Here we go with Harry Ackman. And it's drilled and well over the top. That will be 3 points, Ryan. We were talking about, or was that in the rugby game, sorry?
Yeah, wrong field for today, but again, that man Charlton popping up with a shot after Auckland found himself inside the area. Thistle really going to need to look to be positive here if they're going to take anything away from this game.
Good to see what looks like it'll be a pretty tight league though this year. Thistle with the away victory to the Thirsty Eagle Dolphins, who of course dispatched
Jake coming over.
Scrubs North Maris side.
So Ryan, fill me in, the league above, the Federation League, do they have an odd number of teams in that league?
No, the Central League's been 10 teams for a good while now. It's had various iterations, but since the mid-2000s they've managed to put something reasonably consistent in there.
I was just thinking if they had an odd number and there was a bye in that grade, then at the halfway point, that the team that's running bottom could be shifted down a league. They're getting destroyed in the division they're playing in. Put them down to this division so we can at least have 6 teams.
You're not allowed to have ideas in football, Jason. Everything's just got to be found so that whoever wants to have their own way does, and then everyone else has to just deal with it. It moves a foot behind the scenes to try and create something a bit more something that has a bit more longevity, I would think, in terms of promotion, relegation, and lining more up with what the Northern Regions Football League is doing. Campbell Hall on the turn here into the area. Met by the 2 Maris defenders. Creeman comes away with the ball. Creeman, of course, former Wairarapa United player, until their sticky demise came about in the last couple of seasons. They'll be working their way back up the capital football local leagues.
Capital football, where's that from? What region?
Capital city of New Zealand being Wellington.
Okay. This is what they call that region. Okay, I didn't know that. I would have just called it Wellington, but okay. Maris looking for the run forward, but no one's there now. They're slowly running out of legs as we move into the last 10 minutes. This will just need to find a couple of chances here. This is what we need to do, is bundle the players off the ball, although the referee has spotted a bit of a push there on Captain Adam Cowan. There we go, Ryan. So PK has advised you that there was always been 12 teams in the Federation League. We've currently had 2 teams drop out, and it's now down to a 10-team league. Wellington United pre-season replaced Whanganui Athletic. Thank you, PK. Ryan's not a speculator, so yeah. He'll go look that information up tonight. Let you know next week. At the moment, Gisborne Thistle chasing shadows. As you can see, the shadows of the players. Obviously, the floodlights have been turned on somewhere. It looks pretty dark. There's no sun. So I'm assuming, Ryan, that they have some sort of floodlighting.
Yep, big poles that you can see around the ground there that have lights at the top of them, but currently not on.
That's a great ball forward. Here's the goal scorer, Mason Charlton, who scored the 3rd goal, and he's gone right through it again, doing another Alexander Ishak. And there's a drive, and that's a fantastic save from Mitchell Stewart-Hill. That is very, as somebody described it earlier, very Peter Schmeichel style. Was the terminology that one of our YouTube viewers called or related Mitchell Stewart-Hill to. Peter Schmeichel, former Ajax goalkeeper. Might not want to mention that other team, Ryan, that he played for, most famous for.
Yeah, Skine finding himself in the area there from the defensive line of Palmerston North Maris, and a full stretch save to Mitchell Stewart-Hill
left hand of justice.
My apologies, PK. I misread what you said, but I'm trying to be the commentator here. I'm not supposed to be looking at my screen, but my apologies. I did misunderstand what you said. Has always been a 10-team league, Ryan. You were correct. PK agrees with you. I'm the fool. And here we go. Captain Adam Cowan has the free kick here. About 35 yards out. He's going to have a shot. He's drilled it right at Mitchell Stewart-Hill. Gisborne Thistle have to find something. They've got about 6 minutes plus stoppage to go. This could be it now. Here's Sam Royston still on the field, still running fast. Plays it in time for replacement Campbell Hall. Goes on and just tackled.
Back round!
Sam plays it back to Clyde McLean, plus to Finn McCauley. Drills it into the box, looking for the run. There's a great header, and keeper Nick Hayward has timed his drop to the ground and collected that ball. Hasn't had much to do second half, has he, Ryan?
I think if you ask the man himself, he'd probably feel like he's played his part. Keeping things level. Hasn't been a huge amount of full-length saves in the fashion of Stuart Hill, but he's been running his own style back there, Hayward. Very experienced man, of course, played Central League football for Havelock North Wanderers and Team Taranaki. One-time Wellington Phoenix trialist also.
Leave it, Max, leave it!
Well, there you go, Ryan. You're a man of many talents, my son. You should be commentating at the Phoenix.
Incidentally, my brother also doesn't have the surname as me. That's a spelling issue.
Fred de Jong. De Jong and Mojstrovic played for the same club.
Just as we enjoy the silky skills, the juggling ability of Finn McCauley being taken in here, alluding to the earlier comment about siblings managing to have the same surnames.
Kieran Hyam still watching the game with us. Yes, this will need a couple of goals to win it. How did you boys go in the Central League today? What's it called, Ryan, their league? The League One, Gisborne League One?
It's nowhere near the Central League, Jace, but it is the Eastern League Division 1.
Eastern League, sorry, not Central.
Today taking on the Wainui Demons, I believe, the surprise package of the competition so far. And full credit to Fletcher Stewart-Hill for putting the foot down and making sure that we had two nice full divisions, no 5-team leagues going on there at a local level. So it's giving the opportunity for teams such as the Demons, the Salty Dogs, even Wyador, who had the stones to come up and play. And we can look forward to next season, a nice robust promotion relegation between the levels to make sure that there's a good competition with a variety of opposition for players playing in Gisborne.
Thank you very much, Ryan. Has a deep cross in, and no one can get on ahead of it. Oh, Sam Hogan, good afternoon to you too. Just taking in the commentary with 4 minutes to play. Better late than never, I suppose, but welcome, Sam Hogan. What's your thoughts, Sheila?
Game's going good, pretty good. Would be awesome if Thistle got a couple more goals and Gizzy won, but...
Well, Gizzy have got one.
Yeah, but we need like 2 more. If we can get 2, that'd be epic.
That's right, so a 3-2 win. Folks, I didn't tell you here and now, but Sheila has put a result pick on it. 3-2. Go and take that out at the TAB. What do you reckon they'd give you, Ryan?
Another new signing this season for Maris coming on there, Adash Dutt on the left-hand side. Futsal man, of course, out of the Hokowhitu Club as a junior, and viewers of Rāngai Media's coverage would have remembered him taking field for Massey University the last season.
Your favourite coach in the world down there, isn't it, Ryan?
No, you're right, Jason. There's no way that ball has gone out of play there. It's on camera.
It wasn't out. I was going to say the same thing.
Looks like young Levi Underich there. Getting some experience on the flag. We'll be able to have the opportunity to review that one.
Well, we could actually rewind our footage and have a quick look, like a goal replay. Technical director Sheila, if this ball goes out of play, maybe now we could go back and have a quick look. See if that ball went out. Just a little bit further back. Oh, we just missed it. Okay, back to live then. That was just a replay. We do have the power of the replay. There's our second praying mantis, as you can see on the picture now. The green camera in the top left of your screen there. That's his brother, so that's Mrs. Mantis. Sister, sorry. Mrs. Mantis. And praying is on the right-hand side, so that's how you're viewing this match, via the praying mantis attached to the pole there. Not that one, though. The Thistle need to get on with it here. We're moving into the last minute of normal time. And we'll be into referee turners. Last few. Argy-bargy off the ball there, so Sam Patterson's found that it hit the deck. And Gisborne Thistle need to bang it forward, and here we go. You'd think there'd only be a couple of plays left, Ryan.
Yeah, you can start the sweepstakes there, wondering whether there'll be probably 5 minutes of added time, you would think. He made a very generous amount of additional minutes there in the first half, notwithstanding the injury to Batarita.
Somerton coming back very deep for that one, Ryan. He's all the way back on top of the goalkeeper's box there.
He's been everywhere today, Somerton trying to get involved, just not quite getting that surface. Again, issues with the pitch. Totally foreign environment to these Gisborne Thistle players. The only other time they would have played on the turf would have been the last time they played at this very turf.
There you go. I was just going to ask you, is this called a pitch when it's made out of artificial grass? The terminology is called a turf. Arena turf.
Well, arena turf being the name of the pitch.
Yes. Okay.
Right.
Artificial turf being what the pitch is made up of.
There you go. As we've got a rundown, you can view those in the comments further back up as to how it's made up. So as the Rungai Media students all return from their rugby matches, bringing in all the gear back here in the studios. I can see it via my satellite from the Gold Coast, Australia. Got a little camera set up in the Rungai Media studios where I can take in what's going on. And Palmerston North Maris still playing the ball out. Gisborne Thistle have to attack it. And Mitchell Stewart Hill collects the ball. He's got to bang it up the field. Here's Campbell Hall going over for a header. Patterson brings it down well. Played particularly well there. Gets the ball out wide.
Back in.
Mitchell Stewart Hill yelling at his defence to play the ball up the field. Get it up there. We're into the third minute now, of referee's time now. Yeah, the whistle is nigh. Good tackle. Here we go. Last ditch chance you'd expect here for Thistle. Somerton gets tackled well off the ball. Nearly poached there. Who's that out wide, Brian? 13.
13 for Palmerston North Maris is the centre back, Sam Hickmott.
I meant for the Thistle, but never mind. And the referee has blown the whistle. That's it. Folks, the referee Turner has blown his whistle and brought a close to this match here today. And it finishes Watson Integrity Palmerston North Maris 2 and ALH Gisborne Thistle 1. Ryan and Sheila, thank you very much for joining us in coverage today, and thank you to all you viewers at home. And we look forward to seeing you next week for our away trip. So we will look forward to your company then. Ryan, Sheila, thank you very much. And to Rungai Media here in Gisborne, thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. A good afternoon to you all.